If you love trend following strategies, well, lucky for you, because in today's video, we're going to explore my best RSI indicator strategy for trend trading. This strategy is not only super simple, but also super profitable. We're going to show you what indicators to use, the best settings, and how to enter and exit your trades. If you end up finding this video helpful, remember to leave a like. Let's get into it. Now, the core indicator of this trend following strategy is called Ultimate RSI, created by LuxAlgo. To add it to your chart, you're going to open the indicator search tab and type in Ultimate RSI. Be sure to select this one by LuxAlgo. The Ultimate RSI is a new type of oscillator that is based on the Relative Strength Index, a popular momentum tool that compares the magnitude of recent gains to recent losses in an attempt to determine overbought and oversold conditions in the market. The Ultimate RSI has been tweaked to focus more on following trends instead of taking a contrarian approach, meaning it tries to identify and stick with the prevailing trend of an asset more robustly than the regular RSI. The Ultimate RSI can identify overbought or oversold levels in the market more quickly and stay in these levels much longer, potentially reducing the number of false signals. Now let's go over this indicator's components. This white line that usually changes color to green and red is called the Ultimate RSI line. This orange line is called the signal line. This horizontal line at the top is called the overbought level, and this line at the bottom is the oversold level. And finally, this line in the center is called the midline. As we can see, whenever the Ultimate RSI line ascends above the midline, that indicates the beginning of a bullish trend. When it goes above the overbought level, that indicates a strong bullish trend. On the other hand, a descent below the midline suggests a bearish trend, and going below the oversold level indicates a strong bearish trend. Now, you may be thinking,
but what is the role of the signal line?
Well, it serves as a vital tool for gauging the strengths of these bullish and bearish trends. In a bullish phase, a position of the Ultimate RSI line above the signal line signifies an increasing strength of that bullish trend. Conversely, a drop below the signal line indicates that the bullish momentum is decreasing, often indicating a market pullback or even a trend reversal. Now, during a bearish phase, whenever the Ultimate RSI line is below the signal line, that indicates an increase in strength of that bearish trend. Conversely, when the RSI line is above the signal line, that indicates that the bearish momentum is decreasing, often indicating a market pullback or even a trend reversal. Next, we're going to explore the settings of this indicator. But before that, let's talk about hankotrade. Now, you may be thinking,
and what exactly is hankotrade?
hankotrade is one of the most reliable forex brokers out there, and for that reason, I use them every single day. As you can see here, this is my trading history. I mainly trade gold, and up here you can see that this is actually a live account. The reason why I love hankotrade so much is because of their extremely low commissions and spreads. On Forex, for example, the spreads can go as low as 0.0 pips, which is actually the lowest they can go. For those of you who love high leverage, hankotrade offers a maximum leverage of 1 to 500. If all of that isn't enough, they're also going to give you a 100% bonus for all your deposits up to $25,000. So if you deposit, say, $500, they're going to give you a bonus of $500, so now you'll have a total of $1,000 to trade with. To access the bonus, as well as all the other perks, sign up to hankotrade using the link in the video description. Now, back to the video. Now, let's dive deeper into the settings of this indicator. First, we have the length. This refers to the number of historical candles that factor into the Ultimate RSI calculation. For our strategy, we're going to retain the default value of 14. Next up is the method. This denotes the type of smoothing used to calculate the Ultimate RSI. These techniques help in refining the price data, thereby making the trend identification more lucid. As we can see here, options are presented in a spectrum of reactivity, with the most reactive at the top, cascading down to the least reactive at the bottom. We're gonna go with TMA. Moving on to the source. It basically dictates the variety of price data that fits into the calculations. Our choice here is the close price. Following this, you have the flexibility to alter the color of the ultimate RSI line as per your preference. Switching gears to the signal line settings, we encounter the smoothing period, which outlines the number of past candles engaged in its smoothing process. For the smoothing method, we've chosen to go with the least reactive option, which is TMA. Now let's shift to the line style settings of the overbought and oversold levels. In this segment, we're opting to lower the opacity to a sheer 0%, and we're also going to change the colors to white. This aims to furnish a pristine white RSI line devoid of any distractions. Now let's proceed to the style tab. Then here, we're going to uncheck the overbought and the oversold level, and then click OK. Now, how do we trade with this indicator? Well, as mentioned earlier, this is going to be a trend filter indicator. More specifically, a short-term trend filter indicator. So in order to trade with it, we will need to have an entry confirmation indicator, like a buy-sell indicator. So in this video, we're gonna go with the trend range filter, this one by Colin MCK. And while we're here, let's look for a long-term or overall trend filter indicator. We're gonna go with an indicator called EMA Trend Cloud. This one by R. Westbrook Jr. Double-click on the EMA Trend Cloud. Then on the Inputs tab, change the fast EMA length to 50 and the slow EMA length to 200. On the Style tab, uncheck these 4 options and then click OK. For the trend range filter, yes, we're gonna leave all the settings at the default values. Now, these 3 indicators are gonna work in conjunction to give us a simple yet profitable trading strategy. The EMA Trend Cloud is gonna be used for that, trend identification. When it's colored green and the price is trading above it, that is a bullish trend. When it's colored red and the price is trading below it, that is a bearish trend. The trend range filter is gonna be our entry confirmation indicator. Whenever it says long, we're gonna enter a long trade. Whenever it says short, we're gonna enter a short trade. And then finally, the ultimate RSI is gonna be our short-term trend identification indicator. And we'll see how we're gonna use it in the next few minutes with trade examples. Speaking of trade examples, how can we use these indicators to trade? Well, to take a long trade, these are the conditions. First, the EMA Trend Cloud should be colored green to indicate that the market is in a bullish trend. Second, the ultimate RSI line should cross above this orange signal line, and that crossover should happen below the midline. After the crossover, we're gonna wait until a long signal is printed by the trend range filter indicator. Now, for this long signal to be valid, the ultimate RSI line should be above the midline, and it should also be above the signal line at the time the signal is printed. All the mentioned conditions are met on this candle, so we're gonna enter a long trade. Set the stop loss below the most recent swing low. For the take profit, we're gonna set it at 1.5 times the risk for a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1.5. Letting the trade run and take profit. Now, here's a super important thing to remember. Now, pay attention. If this white RSI line goes below the signal line, you wouldn't take any more trades, even if the RSI line crosses back above. So an entry like this one would not be valid. Instead, you would wait for both the RSI line and the signal line to go under the midline and then start over with the entry conditions. So in summary, you want both the 2 lines to be below the midline. And then the white RSI line should cross above the signal line, and then you would wait for a long signal to be printed by the trend range filter, and at the time the signal is printed, the white RSI line should be above the signal line, and it should also be above the midline. Now, to take a short trade, we're gonna do the opposite. First, the EMA Trend Cloud should be colored red to indicate that the market is in a bearish trend. Second, the ultimate RSI line should cross below this orange signal line, and that crossover should happen above the midline. After the crossover, we're gonna wait until a short signal is printed by the trend range filter. For this short signal to be valid, the ultimate RSI line should be below the midline, and it should also be below the signal line at the time the signal is printed. All the mentioned conditions are met on this candle, so we enter a short trade. Set the stop loss above the most recent swing high. For the take profit, we're gonna set it at 1.5 times the risk for a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1.5. Letting the trade run, take profit. In conclusion, the ultimate RSI indicator by LuxAlgo stands as a robust trading tool, proficient at pinpointing shifts in short-term trends with remarkable precision. When combined with the EMA trend cloud, which serves to gauge the overall market direction, it facilitates a comprehensive and nuanced analysis, setting a solid foundation for profitable trading decisions. That's been it for this video. I hope you found some value. If you did, hit the like button below and consider subscribing to stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you next time.